Hello, friends! This time we'll talk about bird watching as an ecotourism product. There was a time when Filipinos knew only two kinds of birds, no? Yung manok at saka kalapate. Pero would you believe that in terms of bird watching as a tourism or ecotourism product, we have more than 700 species of birds found in the Philippines, and more than 200 of them are endemic or found only in the Philippines and not in any other country. Now, ano ang potential ng bird watching sa Philippines? Now, let's talk about the market. Although the Filipinos barely know about birds, pero unti-unti naman na nagkakaroon ng awareness, no? Dumadami na yung bird watching clubs, mga local, paunti-unti yan, pero nakikita ka nagkakaroon ng parang movement. Pero in terms of international market, try to imagine Hong Kong, Taiwan, the US, Singapore, those countries would have an average of about 300 birdwatching clubs. One birdwatching club in the US or in the UK, would have more than 1 million members. So we're looking at that market na pag sinabi mong the Philippines has 700 species of birds, more than 200 of them are endemic, literally tutulo ang laway ng mga yan. Dahil bird watchers, kakaibang nilalang yung mga yan. I'm a bird watcher myself, no? Kaya alam ko yung takbo ng utak ng bird watchers na pag sinabi mong may particular species na dito lang makita or doon lang makita, grabe yung interest na ma-generate na makita yung particular species. Ayun, lalo pa kung tinatawag na rare or endangered or basically halos wala pa nakakita. Let's look at the numbers naman, yung financial matters. Let's say typical bird watcher from long haul or let's say from the US or from Europe would be spending about $3,500 for his trip. No? Now, yung $3,500 na yun, let's say the Philippines attracts 2,000 bird watchers. Ano equivalent nung $3,500 times 2,000 bird watchers? That would be about $7 million from 2,000 bird watchers alone. Pero of course, a good number of that amount would go to the airlines, the hotels, no? Pero that's $7 million. Now, it times 61 pesos mo. And that would be 427 million pesos from just 2,000 bird watchers. So, ganun katindi yung potential ng birdwatching sa Pilipinas. Kaya I see a growing number of destinations starting to promote birdwatching in their areas, and that's really very, very encouraging. Ang problema lang sa birdwatching sa Pilipinas is it's still in its infancy. Wala pa tayong masyadong rules, ethics, regulations na pwede natin sabihin na pinapractice ng buong industry. Dahil wala pa nga, hindi pa siya gawin ka mainstream, no? As a niche market pa rin. Maluwag pa talaga ang industriya in terms of the birdwatching tourism or ecotourism product. Kaya ang dami pa nating potential na pwedeng gawin. Magkasundo muna tayo, anong operation, no? Ano bang ethical, and then ayusin natin kung paano i-deliver talaga yung produktong birdwatching. Kasi ang isang problema pa rin sa birdwatching sa Pilipinas is, although napakarami nating species, sa totoo lang, no, medyo mahirap ang birdwatching activity sa Pilipinas. Number one is, mahirap sila mahanap dahil yung habitat nila is umuunti na umuunti. Try to imagine, noong 1930s, ang rainforest natin was about 16 million hectares. Noong 1990s, bagsak na siya sa 800,000 hectares. Noong 1990s pa yun, 30 years ago pa, bumagsak na ang ating rainforest by 95%, 5% na natitira. Of course, sasabihin ng maraming ahensya na actually tumaas ang forest cover. Forest cover yon, hindi yun yung rainforest. So, yung rainforest na natitira, dati sa buong bansa makikita, konti na lang siya talaga at kumukonti pa siya lalo taon-taon. Pero yun nga, yun isang dahilan, kumukonti ang habitat ng mga ibon. So pag kumukonti ang habitat, kumukonti ang mga ibon, bumabasa ang biodiversity, kumukonti ang pagkain nila. So yung mga ganung bagay, kaya pahirap sila ng pahirap na hanapin. Isa pang bagay is mailap ang mga ibon dahil nga takot sila sa mga tao, takot sila sa threats, no, sa mga potential predators. And then pag nga naramdaman nilang may tao or may sa tingin nila threat, talagang lilipad sila. Kaya medyo challenging ang bird watching sa Pilipinas. So paano natin anuhin yun? Magiging tourism product talaga na reliable. Sa isang particular segment ng bird watchers, hindi problema sa kanila yon. Kasi challenge is part of the game for that particular niche, within the niche na bird watching, no? Pero if you want to make it reliable product, kailangan gawa ng paraan na magkaroon ng programa, saan ba talaga sila may kita, ano yung degree of reliability na pagpumunta ng isang tao. Imagine, gagastos siya ng $3,500 and then sabihin mo, you only have a 50-50% chance or a 10% chance of seeing this particular species. Ang hirap i-commit yung time nila, yung resources nila for a 5 to 10% chance na makita yung target species. So, yun, kailangan natin gumawa ng mga programa para ma-ensure natin that the bird watching market will have a very high chance na makita nila yung target nilang makita when they do bird watching in the Philippines. Ang tindi talaga ng potential ng bird watching sa Pilipinas, yung economic contribution niya, pati yung conservation awareness, no? Dahil dumadami yung nakakaalam, yung mga dating bird hunters, pwede sila yung maging bird guide. In fact, I know some people who change their ways, no? From killing birds or collecting the young ones, no, or yung collecting yung nest or eggs, no, na they become yung wardens na or protectors of the birds dahil nagkaroon sila na more steady source of income through bird guiding or bird watching guiding. So yun, bantayan natin tong particular tourism product na to, and then siguro magiging very very significant to, no, part of our tourism or ecotourism portfolio ng ating bansa. Yun lang. Maraming salamat.